Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving right into the foundational blueprint of SAP Business Technology Platform, or BTP, security. And once we've got that foundation poured, we're going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process to securely provision Joule Studio. So if you're an architect, a developer, or a business process expert looking to set up your environment for some scalable AI development, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's get right into it.
Here's a quick look at our agenda for today. We'll cover SAP BTP account architecture, BTP security and users, introduce Joule Studio, look at the prerequisites and limitations, and finally, go through provisioning using both the booster and formation methods.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, SAP BTP account architecture, laying the foundation.
So sitting right at the very top of the hierarchy, we have your global account. You can really just think of this as your master blueprint or your master contract with SAP. Whether you're on a consumption-based or a subscription-based model, this top level dictates exactly what resources you've purchased. It's from up here that you manage all your entitlements and quotas, which you then pass downstream for actual day-to-day use.
And just beneath that global account, we've got your sub-accounts. If the global account is the master blueprint, your sub-accounts are the specific rooms or departments built from it. What's absolutely vital to understand here is that each sub-account operates entirely independently. This independence is a massive deal for your security, your data management, and your integration planning. For example, you might have a global account headquartered in the US, but operate a specific sub-account over in Europe just to meet strict data residency needs. Ultimately, the sub-account is where the magic happens. It's where you actually deploy your apps and consume your services.
Moving right along to Section 2, BTP security and users, securing the landscape.
Okay, so this is absolutely crucial. You have to clearly distinguish between your two main types of BTP users, platform users and business users. Platform users, well, those are your developers, your administrators, your operators. They're the folks logging directly into the SAP BTP cockpit to deploy and troubleshoot things. On the flip side, your business users are simply the end users. They just consume the applications you deploy, like SAP Business Application Studio, but they don't do any administrative tasks. In fact, they often don't even need access to the BTP cockpit at all.
Now, for system-to-system security, SAP BTP uses bindings and service keys. As you can see in this sample JSON representation of OAuth client credentials, it contains a client ID, a secret, and a service manager URL. These establish trust between systems securely. But here is the golden rule, folks. Literally never store these client IDs, secrets, or certificates in your source code repositories. No exceptions. You've got to protect these credentials and rotate them regularly based on your own organization's security policies.
To actually manage all these users and systems securely across your sub-accounts, SAP gives you a pretty robust toolkit for identity and access. You've got SAP Single Sign-On for simple access, the SAP Cloud Identity Authentication Service for your web-based authentication, and SAP Identity Provisioning for lifecycle management across both cloud and on-premise setups. When you put them all together, these tools make sure the right people have the exact right access exactly when they need it.
So, that brings up a really great question. With our secure, strictly hierarchical BTP house fully built out, how do we actually move our newest AI appliance into it?
Which brings us to Section 3, introducing Joule Studio, the AI appliance.
Joule Studio basically supercharges SAP's AI Copilot. It lets you build these deterministic, highly tailored skills. And it's a perfect example of SAP's broader strategy because it utilizes a low-code environment that's seamlessly integrated with SAP Build. This means you can quickly customize Joule to execute tasks that perfectly align with your specific business operations, easily manage different versions of those skills, and, tying right back to our last section, strictly define which user groups have the permissions to use them.
Before we start plugging things in, let's look at Section 4, prerequisites and limitations, before we build.
Setting up Joule Studio is pretty specific. First off, you must ensure your global account holds an active developer license for SAP Build using the exact Build default service plan. Other plans, they just won't work. Second, you absolutely need the Joule entitlement assigned. And third, your SAP Cloud Identity Services, or IaaS tenant, has to already be automatically discovered in your global account's system landscape. Oh, and one quick side note, Joule requires OpenID Connect for login. It does not support SAML.
Once your prerequisites are nailed down, you've got to play by the rules, specifically these operational quotas. For instance, you have a hard, strict 4-minute limit for total execution time for any action task. On top of that, your request body size is capped at 512 kilobytes, and your outbound response content at just 100 kilobytes. Knowing these hard limits before you start designing is absolutely vital. Otherwise, your custom skills are going to time out or just straight up fail when you push them to production.
All right, let's get to the fun part. Section 5. Provisioning using the booster, the automated path. If you are starting entirely fresh, the booster is essentially your automated wizard. Instead of you sitting there manually configuring complex security handshakes, the booster instantly creates all the necessary trust dependencies between your BTP systems and your identity authentication service. It basically ensures that the communication between Joule and SAP Build Process Automation is rock solid right out of the gate.
So what does this actually look like in the cockpit? Well, from your global account, you'll search for and launch the Setting Up Joule booster. The system is going to automatically run some prerequisite checks for you. Next, you just punch in your sub-account details and select SAP Build Process Automation under your capabilities. Then you simply provide the names for your IIS tenant and your SAP Build Process Automation system. Finally, give your configuration a quick review, hit Finish, and boom. In just a few minutes, the booster orchestrates your entire Joule Studio environment.
But what if you aren't starting from scratch? That brings us to Section 6, Provisioning using a formation, the manual edition.
Right, so you're going to use the formation method if your Joule setup is already active, meaning it's sitting in a ready state in your system landscape. But here is the kicker. Both Joule and SAP Build Process Automation must be authenticated using the exact same SAP Cloud Identity Services tenant. If that foundational trust is already there, you don't need the booster at all. You can just manually append SAP Build Process Automation to your existing running setup. To cool this off, you'll log into your global account, head over to System Landscape, and click on Formations. Find your existing Joule formation. It'll usually say Integration with Joule. From there, just choose Include Systems and pick your specific SAP Build Process Automation system from the pop-up. Finally, under the integration details, make sure you enable capability deployment and click Include. Just like that, you've seamlessly bolted on the new capability without bringing down your current architecture.
And that brings us to the end of our setup journey. As it says right there, Joule is not just an AI assistant, it's your intelligent productivity partner. By really grasping that underlying BTP security blueprint, from the top-level global accounts all the way down to service keys, and by executing these precise steps, you have built the perfect foundation. You are completely ready to start building custom AI skills that are going to totally transform your enterprise. So I'll leave you with this. Now that your Joule Studio is provisioned and securely locked down, what specific, time-consuming process in your organization are you going to automate first?